He wasn't ready to stand back in there.
Yo, the way this dude fell. Oh my god, yo.
Could have talked about it. It would pose a problem early. The
Oh,
speed of Charlo.
yo, this guy is
Explosive power.
damn. That was definitely one of the knockouts of the year, man.
Jermell Charlo ends it in round 3.
I mean,
His brother.
he is fighting Jorge Cota. So, I'm not going to sit here and try to hype up the fight like it's such a big deal or anything like that. This is a replacement fighter. This is not Tony Harrison. So, I'm not going to make it seem like this is like, knockout the year or anything like that. But look, that was a crazy knockout. That was a crazy knockout. That guy he was fighting was very awkward. I do remember seeing him fight against Erickson Lubin before. Lubin knocked him out too. But all right, listen. As I'm watching the fight, though, let's actually review the fight. The knockout was crazy. Damn. Let's actually review the fight between Cota and Jermell Charlo. Listen, I'm watching the fight to see if I notice anything different. That was one of the key things that I said in the video leading up to this fight. I wanted to see if Jermell was going to reveal some of the things that he's been working on with Derek James since that loss. Okay, me personally, I wanted to see Jermell go back to a little bit of the way he used to box before he got with when he was still with Ronnie Shields, and mix that with some of the things he's learned with Derek James. Okay, and when I say that, I mean Jermell back then used to use a lot more lateral movement, and he used to work behind his jab much more than what he does today. All right, now he's leaving his feet planted, and he's throwing nothing but power punches just about in every fight. All right, he's been doing that since he's fought John Jackson, and even in that fight, he was getting outboxed in that fight, and until he got the knockout. But listen, I like Jamel. I love the fact that he's getting knockouts and everything. But again, he's gonna need something. He's gonna need to bring something other than just looking to land one single punch when he fights Tony Harrison in a rematch. All right. Um, and I didn't see that. I don't know if they wanted to reveal what they were going to do. I don't know. I mean, he's fighting a different opponent, so we don't want to see how you would fight. I'm not expecting them to show me how they're gonna fight Tony Harrison because that's a completely different boxer. But at the same time, as I'm watching this fight, I'm still analyzing and I'm looking at flaws that I can say that okay, if he is gonna fight Tony, what's gonna be the issue in that fight? And I still feel that Jamel is just looking for one single shot, and it worked in this fight. It worked against Hatley. It worked against John Jackson. It's worked with several other opponents, Erickson Lupin. It's been working for him, and that's cool. But Tony Harrison is a very crafty boxer, and I wanted to see what I want to see. I want to see Jamel box. Okay, I want to see Jamel box a little bit more, a little bit more. All right, I want to see him get the knockout and everything. That's cool, but I want to see him box more, and I want to see him use a jab. Man, throw a jab out there at bare minimum. You should be throwing some jabs out there. You're not throwing any jabs out there. You're not touching the body at all. There's no feints. There's nothing. You're not giving your opponent anything. He knows what you're coming in there with. Coda is he's a journeyman. You know, he's not a bad fighter. He was doing okay, but we need to see more of the boxer side of Charlo going into the Tony Harrison fight. We need a little bit more. We need a little bit of both. We can't just get the knockout KO artist guy. I know he loves the KO thing. I that's cool, but I want to see. I want to see. I'm actually still watching it, guys. So uh, I'm waiting for them to do the post fight interview and stuff like that. Well, I'm gonna watch it with you guys and everything. But yo, yeah, that's just how I feel, And I've been saying this. I've been saying this about Jamel since he started working with Derek James. But yeah, he needs a little mix. We need like a hybrid version of him. We need to see more jabs. He need to give his opponents other looks and just coming in and throwing bombs, and that's it. He has great legs. All right, he has good hand speed. He has talent. He's well-rounded fighter, and I think right now he's fighting very limited, even though he has to knock out the KO power and everything. But that was a crazy KO. Definitely one of the best KOs we've seen this year so far. You know, um, yeah, I'm just waiting on commercials now. I don't like watching. I don't like watching these fights on Fox. It's just too many commercials. Um, sometimes they have the commercials in between rounds and everything. I do not like watching these fights. I mean, I'm glad that we have them because it's another option to watch more boxing. But I really get annoyed with watching these fights and not being able to see what the corner is saying. And I don't know, this is my opinion. But I'm sure he's going to call out Tony Harrison, and yeah, I think a lot of you guys got to remember that Jermell Jermell didn't choose for Tony to get injured. So as far as his replacement opponent, he didn't choose to fight Tony Harrison. Jermell, I think, has been fighting good fighters at 154. Even before he switched trainers, fighting Vanes Monterosian. When Vanes Monterosian was still a top guy at 154. There's a few people that Jermell didn't fight. He never fought Lara because for the most part they were on the same camp for a good amount of his career, and he didn't fight. Uh, well, obviously he's not gonna fight his brother, but he didn't fight J Rock. He didn't get to fight Hurd. Hurd just lost, but the Hurd fight they both lost. But for the most part, he fought a good amount of fighters, at 154. I think the main fight that we all wanted to see was the Demetrius Andre fight, and neither Charlo fought Andre, okay? And it's not all their fault because some of that was Andre's fault as well. Andre going back into the history and dealing with Showtime and all those deals, Rock Nation. It was a lot of drama dealing with Andre. All right. Your son Eli just said, I don't want it too loud because I don't want YouTube to give me any strikes. Uh, yeah, and he showed a lot of sportsmanship with the knockout too. I like that. The twins were always kind of like really disrespectful, even after getting the win. I'm glad to see that he was a gentleman at the end. He went over, shook his hand, shook his corners and his team's hand. You know, that was a crazy. Oh, they showing a knockout again. I just want to know how long Tony's gonna be out. I did watch an interview earlier, and Tony basically said that he's hoping to get back to training a month from now. So hopefully they're looking at a fight into September, October. Tony's not coming out. I don't really need to see them have a face off though. They're already. All right, all right, nothing special. All right, listen. Um, yeah, I mean, good performance, but like I said, I'm gonna nitpick. I want to see more jabs. I want to see more touches to the body. I want to see more lateral movement from Jermell Charlo. That's all I want to see. Just mix that up with that power. You know, that's just my opinion. But like I said, I didn't see it in this fight, but I don't know how he's going to fight. This is, he's fighting on Fox. I'm sure he just wants to get the KO. So he probably went in there like, listen, this guy is not on my level. I'm just going to knock him out. I'm not going to sit here and try to, put on a boxing clinic. I want to go in there and knock him out. So that's probably the game plan going into this fight. But when he does fight Harrison, I want to see all those other things too. So that's basically what I said. So listen, I'm not gonna keep this long. Not a big time elite level fight. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to give you my quick thoughts on the fight. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I got a lot of content coming out tomorrow. Going back to some heavyweight videos, and we got to talk about the fights coming up this weekend between Selesky and Andrade and all that. All right, so I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.